All right, welcome. So this is the second part of the video where we explain to you how everything works in the dApp. You know, in Remix, we saw the code and how the UI is. Yeah, so here now we've built our own custom UI instead of using the user interface from the Remix IDE. So this is a decentralized application. That means it's running on blockchain. So currently the dApp is hosted. So you can access it via this gNGN.vessel.app. But now, since this contract, I'm the governor, that is the account that deploys it becomes the governor. So that means there are some functions if you want to interact with this contract now, there are some functions you can't be able to call. So for you to have full flexibility of the whole interaction and the rest, so I will recommend you redeploy this contract. So when you redeploy this contract, then you are going to get it's going to generate a contract address and the ABI. So just use that contract address and ABI, come to this GitHub repo, enter this front-end folder. So inside the front-end folder, you are going to see the constant file that is inside the source folder. Inside the source folder, this constant. So that contract address and ABI you will get. So just use it, copy them, and replace these guys. So once you replace these guys, so your contract address will give you the role of governor. So with the role of governor, you can redeploy this contract. You can deploy this contract and be able to interact with every function. That is for practice purposes. So let me show you how it works. All right, so I would like to use this opportunity to give a shout out to my guys, my friends, and my mentors at Genesis Tech Hub. So you guys are awesome. So I really appreciate for everything you guys do. All right, so we are here in our dApp. So this is the home page of our dApp. So on your first interaction with this contract, it's going to ask you to connect your wallet. So you need to connect your wallet. That is the first thing first. Right, so all right, so I want to connect wallet. So okay, so now wallet is connected. So how do you know that your wallet is connected? It's going to, once it's connected, it's going to show you the first 6 letters or the first 6 digits of your contract address or the first digits of your account, and it will tell you connected, telling you are connected. Now, since I'm connected to this contract and I want to mint, remember, I'm the governor. I'm the one that deployed this contract. So I'm the governor. So I have 100% access to all the functions. But you, in your own case, if you're interacting with this contract, you might not actually have that right. Yes, so for me to mint, so let me copy. So for me to mint, I have to specify the address I'm minting to and the amount. So let me just copy an address from this remix. So I put the address I want to mint to, then put the amount. Okay, let me say I want to mint. All right. So once I click mint, the transaction will be broadcasted on the blockchain. So let's just mint. So once you are minting, since you are making a state, you are making a change to the state of the blockchain. So the MetaMask is going to pop up and ask you to confirm the transaction. So you pay for the gas and confirm the transaction. All right, so this is the total number of gas, the total number of what it costs us to do it. So I'll confirm transaction. So once I confirm, it tells you it's mining. It tells you it's mining. Then once it's done, you now see mined. You see mined. So transaction mined. So I can go to Etherscan and confirm it, but let's just I'll show you all these every transaction we are doing here on Etherscan. Let me just show you how everything works. Now, and I want to burn a token. Now I've minted a token. Now I want to burn. Remember, I'm the governor, so I have the right to do everything. So let's say I want to burn 10,000. So I click burn. Your MetaMask will pop up and ask you to confirm transaction as well. So it tells you it's mining. So that is the transaction has been sent to the blockchain. So miners are not going to confirm it. Once they confirm it, it will be mined. So once the node providers confirm this transaction that is authentic and everything, so it's mined. So since it's mined now, if you go back to this contract, you see this transaction is stored on this contract already. I will show you. Now, let's say I want to blacklist a user. So I just click blacklist user. So I enter the address of the user I want to blacklist and click the blacklist button. All right, so I've blacklisted the user, but it's mining now. So let's allow it to mine. Once it's done mining, it should be recorded on the blockchain. For now, it's not yet recorded on blockchain. The transaction is still pending. Okay, it's mined. So we've blacklisted the user. So now, as the governor, I have the right. Now, as the governor, I have the right to mint. I have the right to burn. I have the right to blacklist user. So if I see an address you are doing fraud or anything, I can blacklist that address. I can blacklist that. Once I blacklist that address can't be able to transfer or receive any of the currency until I unblacklist it. So since I blacklisted this address, maybe I want to unblacklist it as the governor. So I will click on blacklist. All right, so confirm. So once you confirm, wait for the transaction. All right, so currently it's mining. So it's mine. So the user I blacklisted, I'll unblacklist him. So this user now can be able to transfer token currency or receive token currency. All right, so that is for the blacklist function. Now, let's say I want to transfer. I want to transfer. So I will put the recipient, the person I'm transferring to, and also the amount. Okay, I think let me just transfer $30K to this account. All right, so I've done the transfer, it's mining. It's mining. All right. So now let me go to Etherscan and show you all this transaction I've done for you to actually confirm that this transaction were actually recorded on the blockchain. So let me go to which the Etherscan address. Okay, this is the Etherscan address. So once I click on it, it's going to open up Etherscan for me. All right, so this is the contract, G-naira. So we are now going to look at activities. Okay, so I will go to transactions to see things that has happened. Now, the last transaction we did on this contract was 34 seconds ago, and that is the transfer we did. Now, the second was 1 minute ago. That is the on blacklist user. We also did the blacklist user. Then we bought token 4 minutes ago. We minted token 5 minutes ago. We minted token 5 hours ago. So these are the previous transaction I did. Okay, so this to tell you that this data is here on the blockchain forever. Now, this the transaction I did yesterday, that is 1 day ago. So as long as this contract remains, even in 100 years to come, so every transaction I'm doing, I can always come back here to track them and know who did the transaction and the rest, know the address that did the transaction and the whole of that. So this is just a quick demo of how the G-naira dApp works. Now, this is the first version of this app. This is the first version. So in the upcoming, so this project is subject to improvement. So I will keep on improving on this project. And also, this is not the best year as of now. So I'm still bringing in more, functions to the front end. So I'm still implementing the balance so that once you send to the receiver, once you send to someone, you can be able to check your balance, and you can also check the balance of the person you sent account. So for now, I've not integrated this button to the smart contract. So I'm still working on it. And also the transfer function, the total supply. So once you come to mint, maybe after minting, you can click the total supply button to actually know what is still there. And you can as well click the balance button to know the balance. So these are the key features I've been implementing within the week. Then this project is subsequent to further improvements. So more updates and more functions and more security measures will be coming in place. So for those that would like to contribute to the project, is open source. So you can go through the readme of the repo to actually know how you can contribute to the project. So some of the feature improvements I'm looking at is bringing in more functions for the smart contract. So there are some of the functions in the smart contract as at now that I have not integrated to the front end. So I will still do that. They're adding more security features. So I would think it's more like thinking like a hacker. So I will now think more like a hacker. Okay, if I want to hack this contract, so what are the possible things I'll do? So look at those loopholes, bring them on. Then I'll work more on the UI. So this is not the best UI at the moment, even though it's very responsive, but this is not the best UI at the moment. Then we also need to bring in custom messages. So that when you transfer a token or when you are using the dApp and you send a transaction, it did not go, the transaction wasn't successful. So you should be able to see it on the interface. Now, if you check when we are on Remix, whenever we do a transaction, I'll show you this. I will go to the status bar, see whether the transaction is successful or not. So in the upcoming version, so I want to bring those things on the UI so that the ordinary user can actually see it. So you don't need to know what's happening on the back end, or you don't need to know what's happening on the smart contract. You get, so from what you are seeing, you can actually know what is happening as you're interacting with the contract. All right, thanks. So that is that for now. Also, in the coming week, I'll be writing a comprehensive article on this. Maybe for those that did not get the video explanation. So I'm going to write a comprehensive article. So both the article and everything, I'll still drop it in the video description so that maybe if you want to say replicate it or if you want to contribute to this project, is welcome. All right. Thanks.